We're live,
ladies and gentlemen,
on a Friday.
Absolutely.
You know what that means.
It's 6 p.m. Eastern time over here on the East Coast, and it's time for the greatest sports show on planet Earth.
Absolutely. Travis and Jon Show. Time to relax, cash some bets, talk sports.
It was a pretty good week of sports betting over here on the Travis and Jon Show. And a lot of good, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but some good sports that were going on around different places. So we're super excited to get into things. Got some big slates to talk about tonight, and we're ready to have some fun.
Absolutely. A lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to make money on.
Right.
And per usual, a great show to have.
Absolutely. So with no further ado, we can get right into things. We have quick PSA announcement. The promo said MLB Offseason, but we're not quite there yet. I think MLB's in a spot where it's just kind of dead at the moment. So we might take a week off from the MLB talk this week and bring you guys some more fun to be had in the NBA and NFL, where there's some big things going on.
Absolutely.
So just wanted to make that known for all of our loyal viewers out there. If you guys are wondering why we don't get into some MLB talk, we'll have our per usual off-season talks and breakdowns and things like that coming in the near future. But for now, we're going to skip over the MLB and do some other fun things.
Absolutely. With that being said, it's about 6:18 almost over here on the Eastern Coast.
Absolutely.
That means there's some NBA about to be starting tonight. There's some bets to be placed.
Absolutely. Now, I think we're going to bring back something we've done before. We did this a week or two ago, I think it was, with the big Friday night slate. And our favorite teams up here, if you guys know, Pacers, Lakers. We're going to build you guys a nice little combined, separate games, but Pacers and Lakers props that we like for tonight from our favorite teams.
Absolutely. So let's cash on some great games.
For sure. Now, do we want to start with that, or do we want to... There's a big slate for money lines and spreads and things.
We should at least run through our money line per usual. I know everybody wants to hear who we got on their favorite team and talk some trash when we pick the other side.
Absolutely. All right. So like we said, a very big slate tonight. I think like 13, 14 games, somewhere around there. There's a lot of games. But first things first, Hawks and Pistons are the first game up of the night on FanDuel slate. And this is a game that, I don't know. If I would have had to have guessed this before lines opened, I would have gave the Hawks the favorite here. So I'm kind of confused as to why they're the underdog in this game. I feel like they've been playing pretty decent ball as of late. Big win over the Knicks here recently. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about this one.
This is one that if anybody's been here around here before, we'll probably stay away from this one because who knows what way this kind of game will go. Trae Young could have 5 points. He could have 40.
He could.
Okay, Cunningham could have 5 points. He could have 40.
You're right. It's a big lineups where you have that one guy, not a whole lot behind him. So those are always scary games because you can be hot, you can be cold.
That brings us to the Pelicans and Magic.
Now, I will say one thing about the NBA is FanDuel doesn't play about the big favorites on the nights. They kind of nuke these guys when it comes to odds. And 370, you look at that and you're like, wow, that's like a pretty big favorite. Wait till we get a little deeper into this slate. There's some other big numbers down here, but it's hard to bet against teams like this when FanDuel has them as far apart as they do.
Absolutely. It's a lot harder for them to lose money.
Right. Obviously, I think I'd have to give this one to the Magic, even without Paolo. I know Zion been rolled out tonight. When is he not? Let's be real.
Exactly.
I mean,
total of like 3 games this season.
The past 3 seasons. Yeah, like 1 game per year. Yeah, but I mean, unless Brandon Ingram's hot or CJ McCollum gets hot, there's really not a lot of scoring on that roster. And Jalen Suggs has been playing good ball lately, even without Banchero. So I'm all for Magic tonight.
Exactly. They got depth over there in Orlando. Brings us to a more interesting slate here, Pacers and Hornets. A game that should be decently interesting. Everybody healthy. But again, this is one of these lines where things should go per script.
You'd like to think. But we've seen. I'm all for Pacers money line here. I'm just saying we've seen guys over there in Indiana underperform quite a few times this year, and LaMelo Ball can get hot. But I'm not. I'm all for Indiana. I'm just putting the stamp on it. Forewarning.
Are we adding them?
Yeah, I'm with it.
Okay.
You're the Pacers fan. You feel confident. I feel confident.
I mean, I know anybody that was here last week may have known that the Pacers were the only team that lost our live money line. But hey, we run it back.
And hope for better results. Cavs and Warriors. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Cleveland's still undefeated. They've played really good basketball. Garland and Mitchell have been hooping. Mobley and Allen have been hooping. And we know who the Warriors are. The Warriors as of the last few years. The roster is a little depleted compared to when they were winning championships, but they've won some big games this year if you paid attention. Buddy Hield's been hooping. Steph doing Steph things. I don't know. What do you feel?
I like the Cavs, but I mean, like you said, the Warriors are one of those teams that are really hot. One of those teams you can't count out.
Right.
Especially with Curry still on the roster.
I mean, it's Steph Curry, man. Can't never count out Steph. Probably one of those games we can just slide by.
Absolutely.
Still a big slate.
Somebody's got to. And Knicks.
Big Eastern Conference matchup.
Yeah, shoo-wee.
Could be some playoff matchups
potential,
later.
Yeah, playoff implications. As of right now, though, the Bucks not looking so hot.
Right. And I don't know, man. Giannis and Dame have played good ball. They just don't have a lot around them. The Knicks have a really deep team.
This is one of those scary matchups because they don't have anybody to match up with Giannis.
Right. I think Cat can do somewhat decent against him. Cat's been playing really good ball.
I forgot Cat. Well, yeah. It was a good defensive pickup down low, but it's Giannis.
I don't know, man. I obviously would want to say New York. You're playing against Giannis and Dame. I mean, any given night they can get 40 apiece. I don't know. This is a game I don't necessarily feel amazing about.
Yeah, we can go on to the next one because that one's a pretty confident looking one. Yeah. If anybody else is seeing the lines.
Where's the value, though, is my question. Celtics and Nets. I mean, as we kind of would have imagined, Celtics are by far a large favorite, minus 850. Which, when you're putting it in a parlay, isn't the worst thing of all time.
I got you. Let me find it.
You got me. What you mean by that?
I got you.
Jason Tatum, 20 points. It's the same odds. It's insanity.
I mean, Celtics minus 10.5.
Okay. I don't hate that. Okay. Let me find that.
Minus 156.
Let me find that.
They take it over a 10-point dub and over the Nets.
I mean, if more than likely.
They should, yeah.
Hypothetically.
It's a lot of value.
We can do like 9.5 instead.
I like that.
I don't like the double digit starts to scare me a little bit. I still gotta.
No, I completely understand. I like that.
Okay.
That's how to get the spread up in the air.
We'll go Celtics minus 9.5 in this game instead of money line. Just no value. Suns and Mavs. Another big Western Conference matchup.
Absolutely.
Luka and Kyrie versus Book and KD. Could be a really good game. We know the Luka-Book rivalry of the last few years. One of the better head-to-head matchups.
Yeah.
Could see big games from both of those guys tonight. And one of the more reasonably closer games on the line tonight. For good reason. I don't know. I don't know if I can confidently pick either side here. Once again, just one of those games where if Luka and Kyrie get hot, they run away with it. If Book and KD get hot, they run away with it.
Absolutely. Too many threats on the court at one time.
A lot of stars in that night, or on that court tonight. I don't know. I'm okay staying away.
Absolutely. Rockets and Thunder.
Yeah.
Thunder have been hot.
They played good ball. 7-1, if I'm not mistaken. One of the better teams of the Western Conference. Rockets just haven't turned into what we expected.
They haven't had the momentum a lot of people thought they'd have.
Right.
A young team with a lot of potential, just not meshing yet.
Yeah. I'm okay going Thunder. Feel pretty confident.
Brings us to the Wizards-Grizzlies game.
Yeah.
Grizzlies starting to find that streak.
Unfortunately. And the Wizards are just not good.
Yeah.
This might be one of the worst teams in baseball.
Baseball?
Or, excuse me. See, there's just too much going on over here. Basketball. My apologies. But yeah, we gotta go Grizzlies. I mean, can't ever put your money on the Wizards confidently. That is.
Yeah, 100%.
That'll bring us to Nuggets and Heat.
The Lions kind of confused me here.
Yeah. The Heat have been okay, but I don't know. The Nuggets have had struggles to start this year. Obviously, Jokic and Jamal Murray, Michael Porter, all those guys. Jokic had a big night. What was it, last night or the night before? Almost a 20-point or a 20-20-20 triple-double. Would have been the craziest stat line of all time.
Always one of those threats.
Yeah. Yeah. How are you feeling before I say anything?
I like the Nuggets. I know the Heat, no pun intended, can get hot here.
Right.
But I don't know. The Nuggets really got the depth. I'd like to think they're going to start to get hot. I mean, they've been the conference finals almost 3 years in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with that. If you want to put Denver on there.
I'm confident putting money on the Nuggets.
All right, let's do it.
Bringing us to a team that was also in the Western Conference Finals. Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah. Going up against the Blazers, very lopsided matchup on paper, and the spread shows it.
Yeah, the Nuggets were.
Or I mean, the money line shows it. But I don't know. I'm back to looking towards like lower tier spreads.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't hate 7.5. I don't hate 8.5 even.
Anthony Edwards, top point scorer, is plus money.
Goodness. That's kind of surprising.
Plus 100, be a top point scorer.
Dang. Interesting. I don't know, I like 7.5. Somewhere around that mark.
Yeah, I really like that. Minus 7.5 for the Timberwolves.
Nice little clean piece there. All right. Kings and Clippers. Another line that kind of surprises me. I feel like the Clippers shouldn't be this big of underdogs. Let's be real here. I know you're without Kawhi Leonard, but James Harden
has a bit of a resurgence this season.
He's playing good ball, and they've been in some of these games with these higher tier teams. Now, the Kings are explosive. The addition of DeMar DeRozan is doing better than I expected.
I think FanDuel just expects them to also be faster.
Without a doubt. I mean, you have probably the fastest player in basketball in De'Aaron Fox.
Exactly. Their pace is crazy.
Yeah. I'm okay with the Kings. I feel like I like that.
Absolutely. We just got to give the Clippers their flowers as well.
Right. Absolutely.
Another one I know you're going to love to talk about. Take it away.
Listen, man. We're playing a Joel Embiidless 76ers. They have Tyrese Maxey. The return of Paul George finally came. He's played okay. AD's back tonight. That's the big story. Let's be real. When AD is healthy, he's playing like the MVP of the league right now. This man's putting up like 30 and 15 a game every single night effortlessly. The fact that he can just come out and score 35 just because he wants to, like, who's going to stop him?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, him and Jokic have had his battles, but what other big in the league? Joel Embiid don't play ball. Bam Adebayo ain't stopping him. Domantas Sabonis ain't stopping him. I mean, let's be real, bro. This man could be one of the most dominant players in basketball right now. And going up against a front court that's very weak in Philly, that boy should feast tonight. Let's not forget, we still have the GOAT and LeBron James on the roster. And the Lakers, when clicking, have played really good ball this year. We've lost a couple games we probably shouldn't have to the Pistons and Grizzlies, but JJ Redick has his arm around us, and I think we're going to be okay. I got the Lakers big tonight.
Big's a stretch, but all right with your money line.
Whatever you
Brings us
say.
to a beautiful 9-leg. I feel like we always end with 9 legs.
Somewhere around.
We're going to have to look up the 9 angel number meaning or whatever.
Yeah.
Google would understand what I'm trying to say. My brain can't, but Google would know.
Google's pretty trustworthy. All right. We can give you a quick rundown back on that. 9 legs plus 2,088 on the FanDuel.
It's looking pretty beautiful if you ask me.
Me as well. Started off with the Orlando Magic.
Indiana Pacers
Boston Celtics.
at -9.5.
Minus 9.5. You're right.
The Oklahoma City Thunder.
Memphis Grizzlies.
The Denver Nuggets.
Minnesota Timberwolves minus 7.5.
The Sacramento Kings.
And the Los Angeles Lakers. Beautiful little 9-leg money line / spread parlay for you guys. And as we promised, Pacers and Lakers. We gotta find like a name for this. Like it's gotta be like a tradition. Like at least every night they play together. What do we call it?
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll think about that off camera. That's a lot of pressure on the spot.
A lot of stress.
Yeah,
We got a lot of stress in its own to build this parlay.
without a doubt. And I also saved my my nightly FanDuel boost for this. So we'll have a nice little boost to throw on this as well.
I haven't used mine yet either. I don't know. My brain just cannot figure things out tonight. It's a Friday. Things are not connected.
Yeah. All right. You know what will connect? You and Pacers props. Talk to
Absolutely.
me.
Benedict Mathurin, 15, looks crisp
All for it.
at
I
-250.
love that.
He's been hot this season.
Especially the last couple games.
I was about to say a few nights ago, that 40 piece he put up, crazy.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
Keep cooking. I see a few lines I don't hate. I don't watch a whole lot of Pacers ball, but I'll be tuning in. We got all our props here for the first time tonight. They're not jipping us.
Exactly. That was the stressful part last time. We had 2 props to choose between.
Yeah, literally.
I'm liking some things.
Okay, so talk to us about where your brain's at.
What's crazy is I don't hate the Hornets props.
I don't hate LaMelo's props.
I don't hate Brandon Miller for 2 threes or LaMelo for 6 assists.
I don't hate those.
What are you looking at for LaMelo?
20 plus points. Or I don't hate 3 threes for LaMelo. He's been hooping, bro. If you paid attention this year, LaMelo's been playing some of the best basketball we've seen out of him. And he's going up against a guy in Tyrese who isn't necessarily known for his defense.
Don't start a conversation that don't need to be started.
Listen, if I would have said that about any other team, you'd have been like, oh yeah, you're right, that's a good call. But just because I say something about the Pacers, that's not, oh, they're going to the NBA Finals, we have a problem. Come on, let's be real. Tyrese is very mid so far this year.
Oh, I've 100% agreed with you.
Okay, so there's no argument. Talk to me. You give me one prop. I need to hear where your brain's at.
Miles Turner, 6 rebounds. There's not a lot of value in that, though.
It's a parlay. We like it. We got a boost.
Beautiful. We can add it. Feel confident Miles come through at least 6.
Okay, I like it. What else we like? We also still have, obviously, Pascal. Tyrese assists. I don't like points, but I don't hate his assists. Who else hooping? T.J. McConnell got an assist.
15 points isn't terrible for Tyrese. I know.
I think you lost me there.
You're the one that said you like points.
No, I said I don't like points. I said I like his assists.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a big fan of Tyrese points ever.
Do you like 8 or 6 assists? I just know the one night I threw 8 on there.
Yeah.
He told me. At 6.
Yeah. There's not a crap ton of value in 6, but if we feel more confident that way, I'm with it.
We're going to do that. We're going to do an 8-leg.
Yeah.
4 from each game.
Yeah, do that. Give me one more then. Ain't ain't touched Pascal. We got LaMelo.
We can go LaMelo 3+3s.
Okay.
I'll trust your call on that one.
Okay, I like it. All right, we'll rock with it.
We could ladder it with Tyrese 2+3s if they had to go back and forth there for a second, because you know how competitive Tyrese be. But
is he gonna be making them, or he just gonna be chugging up?
That'll be the issue. He'll go 1 for 8.
Yeah.
Love Tyrese to death, man, but it's been an excuse for the last 2 seasons now. Things are not connecting. I don't get it. Your shot's not falling. Ever since Pascal's been on the roster, there's been an issue with your hamstring, your back, your wrist, your girlfriend at some point, I'm sure. I don't know. But nothing has lined up. And it's cost us a lot of games when you're also supposed to be our franchise guy. We've had to see players like Benedict Mathurin randomly turn into franchise players for a night. Pascal take over the franchise name. Miles Turner is garbage and needs to be out of here. That's a conversation for another day. But, good God, I don't know.
Hey, I was just letting you spiel, man.
I had to get it off my chest.
I'm all there. I'm all here for it. Listen, I get it.
Let's scroll down to this 10-10 game. I'm sure you've been looking while I was stressing.
What are you looking a little bit? Okay. So, obviously, I talked about it earlier. AD's back.
Exactly. He's be a big night.
Been the biggest factor of our offense since the start of the season.
10 rebounds is -5, baby.
Now, the only thing that scares me, dealing with the little nagging foot injury he's dealing with, it's a little pest problem. Let's not get it twisted. Man played 76 games last year. First missed game this year.
Yeah.
He's fine. Trust me, we're good. Now, obviously, I think 20 points is safe. Not a whole lot of value. I like 25 a lot. It just, if he wasn't playing through an injury, however you want to put it, I'm on 25 all day. I just don't want this to be a night where his playtime gets cut a little bit. We're taking it easy on him, not pushing him back completely.
Exactly.
Especially if we're up big. He's going to be the first guy that sits. You got to keep this in mind.
What about a 10-plus rebounds sitting at -550, even better odds than 20 points?
I do like that. Obviously, Drummond's the only other guy down low that's going to contest AD tonight. But he's putting up those rebound numbers with ease. I like
he's averaging 14.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I like that. We'll go 10-plus rebounds. We'll stay away from the points just to be safe. We don't know the play time for old boy tonight. That'll bring us. Now, if we're going to ride that idea of it, I think there's so much value in LeBron 20-plus points. I get it. He's older. He's not playing top level this season. Last 4 games, he's scored over 20. He's technically 6 for 8 this year, 20 points a game. He's had a 39-point game the other night. I think if AD has any sort of rest tonight, it's obviously going to go to LeBron. LeBron 20 used to be a lock.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. -230, I love the value.
I like that.
All right, now let's see.
I was looking at LeBron's 6+ assists or D'Lo's 4+ maybe. D'Lo is a player that has scared me, and especially with JJ Redick finally showing some discipline in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw that, which is much needed. I mean, somebody's got to let these guys know. See, no, I don't.
Rui for 10 is -300. I know he sold us that one night.
Burn
hard.
Burn us hard that night.
Reeves is also -650. We'll have the boost for 10+.
You're right. Yeah, Rui hasn't scored over 10 in the last 3 games. I think I'm going to fade him.
Yeah. How's Reeves been doing?
19, 17, 20 in the last 3. Then he had 7 and then 23. So he's had under 10 one game this year. And there was that game with 7.
So 10 should be pretty cool.
I like that. We can add Austin Reeves 10+ points. Now we need one more.
One more beauty to slide on here. Paul George for 40 looks like a lock to me.
I like that. Plus 1,900. That's a banger.
The odd value's crazy.
Insanity. All right, let's see. I don't hate the assists. I like the LeBron 6 assists, averaging 7.5 on the season. Had 6, 4 out of his last 5. Essentially every game but 2 this year. I like that. We can do LeBron 6 plus assists on there. All right. We had a beautiful.
What about this? It's like a beauty to me.
Beautiful little 8-leg that we threw together here for you guys. We can give them back a rundown on it. You want to start off with your Pacers props?
I'll just slam it in real quick. You got Benedict Mathurin, 15 plus points. Miles Turner, 6 plus rebounds. Tyrese Halliburton, 6 plus assists. And LaMelo Ball to make this a competitive game with 3 plus threes.
Absolutely. We'll smack that off with the Sixers and Lakers props, technically just Lakers. We'll go AD at 10 plus rebounds. LeBron James, 20 plus points. Austin Reeves, 10 plus points. And to close it out, LeBron James, 6 plus assists. To bring you to plus 448 odds on an 8-leg.
Looks like a beauty to me.
With your 30% booster, if you haven't used it on FanDuel, brings it to 582. Slam a little bit on there. We love to see it. Okie doke. I think that's enough of staring at FanDuel and putting our life winnings on the line here.
Absolutely. My eyes are going cross-eyed there for a second.
Yeah, for a minute.
But money will be made.
Absolutely. Make sure if you like any of those picks, tailed any of those picks, know that those picks turn green. Go check out our Winnable, WINIBLE.com/Travis Jon Show. We give out free daily picks and a VIP subscription. We have a lot more in-depth research behind things.
Absolutely. You want to check it out.
Always having some green over there.
But especially with NFL, always on Sundays, all this live action, UFC always around the corner, especially 309. You're going to want to check out our Winnable.
Absolutely. Speaking of a couple things you just mentioned there, I heard football and I heard bet winning. And I think we did a lot of that last night. Thursday night football. Watched football, we made some money.
Yeah, we did.
Now, what a game that was. I know something I wanted to bring up. We talked about it a little bit before the kickoff of Thursday night football. Us sports bettors, NFL bettors, haven't really had a game yet this year where it's like whatever you place hits. One of those games where you got hundreds of yards from star players and 400 or 500 passing yards from quarterbacks and everybody's scoring and all your touchdown parlays hit.
Everybody snaps. Everybody's multiple drives.
Right. Now, early in last night's game, it didn't look to be like it was going to be a great game. I think it was like 7-7 early, almost halftime. That was a lot of points scored. Second half, delivered. Now, that game was fantastic. A lot of people hit bets last night. It was one of those games that we talked about where almost everything you place hit.
Yeah.
And it was entertaining.
It was great. Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow, an AFC North battle that are almost always exciting and a dogfight. It was a great match. I mean, you got to see two stars snap and competing for a game that both teams needed, especially with our Steelers on top of the AFC North, by the way. But there's some things to talk about. Obviously, we got to see some star players snap. Joe Burrow went crazy. Jamar Chase with no contract, by the way.
Jamar Chase. That's the topic to talk about. The game that man had last night is something we haven't seen in a very long time from anybody. 268 yards or something like that. 2 touchdowns. 12 catches. Dude, or 3 touchdowns. Am I mistaken? No, it was 3 touchdowns. Yeah. 55 fantasy points. Good God Almighty.
Just run it back one time. 11 catches. 264 yards. 3 touchdowns.
Good God.
Now, I know if you saw the floater at the back of the end zone to tie up the game late, shoo-wee.
As great of a catch that throw was immaculate, let's be honest.
Absolutely. Double coverage, but it didn't matter. You got it over them to where only a Jamar Chase can come down with it.
Yeah.
That's what elite quarterbacks do.
Yeah.
And that is Joe Burrow. He has proven it time and time again. He's proven it twice against the Ravens alone. almost 400 yards in both games.
Yeah. I said
Or
this
no,
to you.
428 yards, sorry.
Yeah.
400 yards in both games.
Ravens do have the worst pass defense in defensive rankings this year.
Kyle Hamilton went down early.
Very true.
Derrick Henry got in again. Should almost be a given at this point. This season, Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Who is making a Week 10 return, by the way. Shout out fantasy owners.
Absolutely. Got even a couple leagues super excited for the return, hoping for no setbacks, no load management is the word I'm looking for, I guess.
Now, here's the real topic of things. We talked about Jamar Chase. He was crazy. Historic performance, no contract. Contract is going to have to come down to being made almost next week at this point. That was Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
But if you watched the game, you may not have, but if you have, you saw who won. And we're going to have to talk about how they won. Because that, to me, is the biggest topic. Because you said it live as we watched it. That is the exact reason why Zach Taylor should be fired. That may have been the worst decision I've ever seen.
Right.
You're 4-5, third in the AFC North. You need this game, a divisional game. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are having historic games, played lights out in the second half. You had the lead in the first half.
Right.
Brought you guys back into it. With 27 seconds left in the game, you use your final timeout with Jamar Chase in single coverage. Looked like you just trying to draw him off sides for whatever reason, something crazy. Maybe better fielded, something. You again come out in formation to go for a 2-point, or to go for the win. 2-point attempt, go for the win. When you could have tied it up, sent it to overtime. Two of your best players having historic games, all the momentum on your side. You've had the lead all game. You should have won the first game of the season. You need this, and you risk it all with no time on the clock for no reason.
Yeah, no reason.
And you go for the game to Tanner Hudson. Jamar Chase, who has 264 yards and 3 touchdowns. You go to Tanner Hudson for the game.
Yeah.
When you could have just tied it up, went to overtime, probably won, giving you a lot better chance of winning. This isn't Madden. This is a game you needed. I saw a thing before the game that, we don't know if Zach Taylor is a good coach. No. We have seen that Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, like you said, are probably the greatest quarterback-wide receiver duo in the NFL. On paper, those single two guys, amazing. They need help or they need out. But Zach Taylor proved last night that he was some indeed hire by Cincinnati. We saw that the Reds did it. The Bengals did it. Now the Bengals need to change.
Yeah. And it just, your offense in the second half scored a touchdown on 4 straight offensive drives. I get it. You walk into overtime, you don't win the coin toss. The Ravens offense has been moving, okay? But you walk into overtime and you win the coin toss, and instead of having to score in one play on the 2-yard line, you once again have that offense on the field who hasn't been stopped in 2 straight quarters.
2 at the bare minimum getting field goal range.
To go win the game. All you need is 7. You've done it 4 straight times. They've shown no way of stopping Jamar Chase, who was just eating everywhere, eating everybody. I
don't care. On the 2-yard line may be the hardest pass to complete for an NFL quarterback.
And now kind of something I thought about in the same situation is, why are people not dogging Dan Campbell for doing these things? Like you said, this is how I see it. This is a must-win game. You're 4-5 in one of the most competitive divisions in all of football, with a chance to be back in the race if you win here tonight. But instead, you put it all on the line for a drop pass by a backup tight end. No, there's just no explanation for any head coach in that situation.
What made sense and when the Dan Campbell parts came out and made sense were those 4th and 1s, those 4th and 2s where you got it. They had some drives where they pushed through, got an extra 4 downs. But on the 1 yard line, 2 yard line to go to your backup tight end for the game with 27 seconds on the clock. It's the worst decision I think you could have made.
Oh, it's without a doubt. And he will feel the backlash for it. And like we all talked about, I think it could be the eventual reason of firing. I think he loses his job soon. Very, very soon. I'm not saying the Bengals season's over, but it don't look great.
Yeah.
And you have, like we talked about, 2 of the best players in the NFL right now stuck in just complete poverty. You had just what happened? I mean, who else is there to blame? Your 2 best players are playing like your 2 best players, and your coach is not. You were just in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. You were in playoff contention. You were the best team in the division almost. And what happened? Zach Taylor, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I think it'll happen soon. I think it needs to happen soon. Whether it will or not, it should.
Yeah. All of management just needs cleared out.
Yeah. Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow need unhandcuffed.
Yeah. I'm sure their therapy bills are crazy.
Let's just remember, Jamar Chase is not handcuffed after this year. And if he doesn't want to re-sign,
he now doesn't have to.
We could see J.J. McCarthy throwing the ball to Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson next season. I don't know.
Or Michael Penix throwing it to Drake London and, J.J. when he goes to Atlanta.
Oh, that's a crazy take. That boy locked up. He'd have to get traded.
They don't trade Bijan.
Bijan. That'd be kind of crazy. Oh, yeah. What a game, though. Unfortunately, the Ravens probably I'll say that lightly. Let's be real. Down the stretch here, who we have more faith in. I don't know.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
But either way, it's probably down to Pittsburgh and Baltimore in that division.
The matchup that I'm about to throw $10,000 on is the Pittsburgh Steelers and Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
That will be exciting. That'll feed families.
Yeah, hopefully. If that offense can stay moving over there in Pitt. We know what
we about.
Know what you've been about. Yeah, that's why I'm worried.
Russell Wilson been that boy. It was like 2016 Seahawks for us out there.
It's been 2 weeks, dog. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Anyways. Okay, enough of Thursday Night Football. How about that?
Let's slide on to Sunday Night Football. Shall we?
We're back where we love to be. In the zone. On FanDuel. You guys know how we do things around here. We got a whole Sunday slate. We have a pretty decent track record so far this year. Unfortunately, I do want to talk about it for a second. Last week, I think we went like 1 for 4. But if you paid any attention to football last week,
it was
the least productive week of the season.
I don't think a star scored.
Yeah. I think like Barkley.
I
think that was about it. So, not many touchdown parlays at all hit last week. So, we want to bounce back this week, but keep in mind we were like 4 for 4 for like 3 or 4 straight weeks.
Yeah,
so.
We just had to say something for the NFL to flip script.
Yeah. All right, we can talk about a few breakdowns and money lines, and then we can get into, as usual, top 2 touchdown picks apiece, including with a long shot to be a little sprinkle on top.
Absolutely. I feel like the smartest decision is completely skipping this Germany game.
Yeah.
9:30.
Yeah.
2 horrendous teams. I think you'd have to pay me to bet on this game.
Yeah. You have to give me a free bet. Just to rock out. And it's just not going to happen. So, yeah, I'm okay with that. No Giants, no Panthers. Horrible. Moves on to the beginning of the 1 o'clock slate on FanDuel, Patriots and Bears. Neither of these teams have been super exciting. We expected a little more out of Chicago. They haven't really lived up to par yet, but let's keep in mind you're playing the Patriots. Drake May has played decent ball.
He looked pretty good.
He doesn't look terrible. And the number 1 pick going up against the number 4, number 5 pick, something like that, number 4, I believe. Should be a very interesting game, possibly low scoring. I don't know. It's hard for me to side with New England, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like Chicago. I mean, I could see the New England heating up, but I think Chicago should have this one.
I'm here for it. Bills and Colts. Joe Flacco versus Josh Allen.
Should be Josh Allen versus Josh Allen 2.0, but
unfortunately,
conversation for another day.
Yeah. I don't think I have faith in the Colts as much as I did at the beginning of the season. I expect them to be a little better than what they've shown. And the Bills have looked good. We know Josh Allen has played like an MVP candidate all season long. 1 turnover this year. Crazy to talk about for Josh Allen.
But yeah.
The new addition of Amari Cooper, hopefully back from injury this week. And I think it's Buffalo all day. Sorry, Indy fans. Joe Flacco he ain't the answer.
Yeah. Vikings and Jaguars.
Yeah, this is another situation where you'd have to pay me to bet on Jacksonville, and especially with Mac Jones as starting quarterback. Trevor Lawrence has been officially ruled out Sunday, or just about ruled out Sunday, I think, coming from Coach Doug Peterson. Trending towards a Mac Jones start. And like I said, you can't convince me.
The Jaguars have probably been the most disappointing team this season. Mm-hmm. Etienne not living up to his expectation.
He got cut.
Lawrence, I mean, he's been decent. He hasn't shown, any superstar necessarily like ability in his career to this point. But I mean, this season, just fits the bill of being enough.
Yeah,
I guess. But I mean, obviously they have the addition of Tank Bigsby to look forward to, so that helps things. But I mean, I don't know. Things in Jacksonville have just been really upside down for me.
Yeah, not a fan at all. Definitely Vikings. Broncos and Chiefs in division game. I don't know if I'll ever bet against KC. It's so hard.
Now look, this may be an upset alert. I could see it, but if it's not, I'll call me crazy. We don't have to, I'm not gonna put that as a lock or nothing right now. I could see an upset alert, but if not, if it doesn't come down to it, I'm putting all my money on the Buffalo upset in whatever week. I don't know. It's like 2-3 weeks now. That game will feed a lot of families.
Yeah, it's just. I know we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but it's like I think the playoffs this year will be some of the most fun we've ever had watching football. I think it's going to be very interesting. So many good teams. Yeah. I don't know. We can leave it off if you really feel upset alert. I mean, minus 400 is not a crap ton of value either way.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Last week, you almost convinced me how hot they've been. But Bo and Nix have really been doing something over there in Denver.
Yeah. They did get trampled by Baltimore, though. At the end of the day, let's be honest.
Like 41-14 or 47. I don't know. It was something crazy.
It was a very humbling experience.
Absolutely.
And I think that's why the line is the way it is. Because I think I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that right now.
Things settled down a lot.
Yeah.
For Denver.
Right. So final thing, what do you want? Leave it off or put it on?
I don't know. We get at it. Chiefs should go undefeated this season.
Probably. Unfortunately. Now.
An in-division game in the NFC South. No, I mean, I wouldn't hate staying away from them. You know what I mean?
I just don't want to.
New Orleans has.
Well, listen, there's a lot to talk about. And just
trade deadline. Just passed while we were off, Aaron.
A sad, sad day for New Orleans Saints fans. Listen, I expected moves. I wanted moves.
Not that move.
Marshawn Lattimore was not the move.
Not on any kind of bingo card I would have came up with.
Listen, Cam Jordan, DeMario Davis, Chase Young, Paulson Adebo, Chris Olave at this point. Anybody but
Derek Carr.
Lattimore, man. You can't split up Lattimore and AK. They were the beginning of what the last few years have been for the Saints. They've been my most involved team, and seeing 2 Rookie of the Years in the same year was a crazy feat. To now see Lattimore gone is tough. It makes a grown man want to cry, let's be honest.
Seeing him come out in that Commander's jersey is going to be really hard.
Listen, for being honest, I'm happy for him in the way that he's on a very good up-and-coming young stardom team playing with a very good quarterback in Jay Daniels. Cool, I'm happy for you. But you will be missed.
Yeah.
You will be missed. It hurts. I don't know if I'll bet on my Saints at all this week, as painful as that may sound. We're going 49ers and Bucks. You mentioned this earlier. The time has come. Finally, we will see Christian McCaffrey.
Finally, The Rock has come back.
Literally.
To San Francisco.
And listen, there's not a very better matchup for him. The Buccaneers defense has been struggling heavily the last few weeks.
Their offense is depleted.
Very, very depleted. Christian McCaffrey may eat. And if I think if he's not on a snap count coming into this game, we're going to see a Christian McCaffrey type performance that we're used to seeing.
Is he going to eat soup with a fork, though?
I guess we're going to have to find out. No, I'm on 49ers. The Bucks, if you would have gave me the Bucks from 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think this would have been a lot closer of a conversation. But
now, not so much.
Yeah. Listen, stay away, because you don't want to hear my opinion. We'll just stay away. Right?
Far away.
Titans, goodness. Steelers, Commanders, what's next?
It's not Titans and Chargers.
You're right.
Next.
Jim Harbaugh versus
Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
Mike Vrabel.
Yeah. Who is the Titans coach? Why am I blanking? Anyways, I don't like either of these teams, if we're being real. I don't think the Chargers have been all that great either. But it's the Titans with Mason Rudolph.
Oh, Will Levis is back, supposedly.
Even better. I think we slam Chargers for sure then. I think you have a better chance with Mason Rudolph in the lineup.
Yeah, their defense is horrendous. The Chargers are known to just punch it down their throat. Harbaugh should get another one.
Yeah.
Slam the Chargers.
For sure. Jets and Cardinals.
Upset alert.
Possibly. Do I feel comfortable doing it? Unfortunately, no.
No, not at all.
But the Jets have been very, very disappointing. I think they're in contention to lose every week at this point.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but
exactly.
It's just the way it is. We'll just stay away. But Cardinals money line looks a little nice.
Another one that looks nice. One of the worst run defenses in the league against Saquon Barkley and the Jalen Hurts tush-push effect.
Now officially
on the IR, Dak Prescott.
Cooper Rush will be the starting quarterback this week going against Philadelphia.
Do you think they'd give Trey Lance his shot? Nope.
Cooper it is. Yeah.
I don't know why this line isn't minus 800 at this point. I mean, I get the CD Lamb's still on roster.
And it's an in-division game.
But unless he's throwing the ball to himself, I don't know why this line isn't.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's enough value in Eagles to be excited about, so we'll take it and run with it, right? Sunday night. This might be game of the year if Nico Collins plays. There's still some speculation as to whether or not he'll suit up this week.
Yeah.
The Lions and Texans is set up to be a banger on Sunday night primetime. Two of the when healthy and clicking most explosive offenses in football. The Lions, who look like the undoubtedly best team in the NFC.
Super Bowl frontrunner.
Without a doubt. Their offense, dude, there's just too much. You can't stop every single one of them. The best run game in football outside of Baltimore.
Yeah.
Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams. Come on, man. I mean, the Lions' offense is crazy. Texans, unfortunately, without Stephon Diggs now for the season. Hopefully, the return of Nico this week. Joe Mixon, who is slowly becoming one of my more favorite players in football right now.
Yeah, because he wants to be in Houston.
Yeah.
Looks like a different running back.
Oh, so much different. He was not this guy in Cincy.
No.
Every down power back that just sheds everybody. We haven't ever seen that.
Exactly. He's a completely different human being.
Yeah. And it also probably helps that you're playing with an offense like C.J. Diggs and Nico and Tank Dell. And don't get me wrong, Jason Burrow, but outside of them, he was the next guy there. This game hurts because I think they both. I want them both to win.
Yeah,
I don't want
exactly.
either team to lose.
Hold on, hear me out.
I know where you're going. I know what you're doing. What number? Oh, why can't they log me out? They're trying to put a stop to my madness.
I don't know, what do you think? I don't know, 6.5?
6. I'd go 7.5 before 6.5, just because that extra point, a full touchdown, plus 7.5.
Plus 7.5 Lions.
Lions?
No, hold on.
At minus 850.
Plus 7.5 on the Texans.
Were you feeling plus money on the? I'm okay with that, actually. Hey, listen, let's go plus 3.5 Lions. I'm with that. Field goal game. Or were you thinking like 6.5? 7.5. Oh my goodness. There's no value there.
Field goal game.
You like that? I'm with it.
Round out the money line to an 8-leg.
I'm with it.
Do we skip Monday?
Yeah. I'm all for that. All right. Cool. Brings us to a nice little clean 8-leg at plus 831.
Bang.
A quick rundown back on this. Started off with the Chicago Bears.
The Buffalo Bills.
The Minnesota Vikings.
The Chiefs over the Broncos.
San Francisco 49ers.
The Chargers over the Titans.
Philadelphia Eagles.
And the Lions plus 3.5 spread over the Texans.
Absolutely. For a nice little banger for this weekend slate.
Again at plus 831.
Absolutely. All right. We're not done quite yet. Before we move on, we got touchdowns to talk. Now, this is going to be a very interesting week. There could be some nice little matchups here. I've been doing a little bit of looking and peeking around, and there's some things that I've seen I like. So we'll do two, like we talked about, we'll do two top picks and one long shot each. I think I'm good for my first one, unless you're good. If you're good, you can start. No matter.
You go ahead and start it.
All right. How can you not? I'm gonna start it off how it should be started off this week. The return of the Mac. The return of the GOAT.
I knew it was coming.
Christian McCaffrey has to be the top pick this week. He is the touchdown merchant. If he's back in full form this week, as Shanahan's talking about, he'll be in the end zone. Running CMC for sure.
All right. I think we're going to be on a bit of a running back trend here. I mentioned it in our little money line breakdown. The Dallas Cowboys, bottom 5 run defense in the league. Nothing to look forward to. Micah Parsons still needs a contract. You don't have a quarterback. This could be a game where the Eagles come out and put up 30, 40,
Absolutely.
50 at this point. Saquon Barkley went out last week and hurdled a man backwards.
He hurdled a man backwards. Yeah.
So, I'm slamming my money on a Saquon Barkley touchdown against the Cowboys this week for sure.
I also love that because I also seen some reports that Jalen Hurts' ankle was a little messed
Slow
up.
down that tush push.
So I think we're gonna play it safe and hand the ball off to the guy who it should
exactly
hand it off to. I'm all here for it. Okay. My second favorite, I'm between like two guys. I think I'm gonna go back to it. Just cause, man. How can you not? Big matchup, Sunday Night Football. We talked about it. He's been one of my favorite players. I just said it. I'm going Joe Mixon as my next pick. Going up against the Detroit Lions. Joe Mixon, first off, has scored in every single game he's played this year.
Yeah.
No Stephon Diggs, possibly. No Nico Collins. If you're without both your top receivers, Joe Mixon will have almost every single touch. For sure, my second favorite of the night. All right, close us out.
Give me just a quick second to make sure I got things decided now that my other favorite was kind of snagged. We think so much alike.
Yeah, my fault.
I think I got my guys. Want to be sure.
Okay. I'm here for it.
I think I'm going to go ahead and I like it. We'll keep the running back trend. 4 running backs, 4 touchdowns. Sounds beautiful if you ask me.
Absolutely.
Jonathan Taylor, you were on him last week. I know it's the Bills, and they seem to be the team on our money line. But a Joe Flacco-led Colts can get down the field. They've got motion. If someone's going to break one loose, it's going to be JT. But once they get in the red zone, Jonathan Taylor is going to get at least one.
Oh, without a doubt. There ain't no more QB option pools with Mr. Joe Flacco back there. So it's all JT in the red zone. All right, I've bounced between a few different names that I like here for my long shot. Trying to settle on one I want to be my favorite. No. Oh, I'm so indecisive sometimes. Okay, I'm going to do it. So we got our 4 favorites. My first long shot, or my only long shot. We talked about this matchup. Could be a very lopsided matchup. I'm going to the Vikings-Jaguars game, sitting at plus 100. Such good value. Okay.
It's getting a little creepy at this point.
Okay. Listen, you can have it. I'll go elsewhere. All right. I had another name. Is that who I want to settle with? Let me double check one more time. I want to do it, but then again, I don't. I feel like the value is just... Okay, listen. I'm going to do this. I understand. I talked about this game being very high scoring. He was the other guy. I'm only debating it because I'm not 100% positive that he's going to play. But if he does, I'm going Nico Collins as my long shot for the Houston Texans game. This is a long shot. This isn't a favorite.
Is he on the slate?
He's on the anytime touchdown. So that's why I feel better about it. So we'll see. But I'm going Nico Collins. Sticking with the receiver. CJ Stroud's favorite target. Keep in mind, once again, no Stephon Diggs. If they're attacking through the air and Nico's in the game, it's going to be to Nico Collins.
Absolutely. That was his favorite target.
Yeah. Big playability.
Quick update on our Pacers-Lakers bet. Benedict Mathurin has 5. Miles Turner has 1. Tyrese has 1. LaMelo's made it 3.
Absolutely. We love to see it.
850 still in the first.
Yes, sir. Let's go. All right. Give us
Pacers are up 1. Magic are up 6.
I already know you're going.
You broke it down. We're the same person. That's why we got a show, podcast,
Absolutely.
the works. Justin Jefferson in the Vikings-Jaguars game. He scores every week he's in. Sam Darnold's favorite target, as he should be. He's elite, and he's sitting at plus money, so you got to snag him while he's plus money.
Now, real quick, I wanted to talk about this just real quick before we move on. I have an honorable mention, and I'm going to tell you why. My honorable mention this week, I understand, the QB's out. CD Lamb is my other honorable mention long shot. The odds at plus 220 for a guy like CD Lamb, to me, is insane. Now, once again, it's because he's without his quarterback. Might be a little banged up, but this is a guy who we saw last year get involved on a bunch of end arounds, coming out of the backfield. He played a little bit of that Deebo Samuel role. I think without Dak Prescott, it opens up a lot more opportunities for them to get CeeDee Lamb involved in very different ways.
In the very least.
And I think he's going to get involved one way or another and could get in the end zone. So just keep that in mind. Plus 220 is crazy value on a guy like that.
I like that.
All right. Now where are we at with it? I think we're done with the degenerate gambling for the moment. I'll check back in with those bets here in a minute. We're not done with the NFL quite yet. We have something else to talk about. We do it every week. It's an annual tradition. It's fantasy football. We do a 1v1 every week over here. If you guys know us or if you're new here, just know we get it on out here with the fantasy football. Now, I do these scores every week, so I get, first glance at who the winners are, how some of the players perform, and how I'm going to feel explaining things.
Bit of a cheater, if you ask me.
I mean, feel free to do the work. I'll let you do it. No one, you ain't got to tell me twice. Okay, real quick, double check. 31. All right. Last week, your boy came out with a dub. I did my thing. Tried to even things back out a little bit. Brought it back to 4-2. We walked into week 9. After our draft. Give you a quick rundown of our team. Super quick. Jaden Daniels. Or this is my team, excuse me. Jaden Daniels. Bijan Robinson. Kyron Williams. CeeDee Lamb. Justin Jefferson. David Njoku. Derrick Henry. Josh Allen. And Saints defense. Your team. Jalen Hurts. Alvin Kamara. James Cook. Tyreek Hill. Jamar Chase. Sam Laporta. Saquon Barkley. Lamar Jackson. And the Browns defense. My team. Final score. 150.88. John's team. Final score. 150.99.
No way.
Beat me by 9 points. Simply because of the game Saquon Barkley had at 32.9.
Yeah, because James Cook didn't get in the end zone.
Yeah.
I don't think Tyreek Hill got in the end zone.
Kamara didn't. Chase had a bad week, 11.3. Laporta had 4.8. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So now I fall, or you go to 5-2. I fall to 2-5. Love to see it, and have finally vanquished the number 1 overall pick. It goes to you. Big decisions. No Thursday night football players.
A lot of stress.
No
I'm going
Chase.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah, you're hilarious.
Joe Burrow, Mark Andrews, Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, my super flex.
Okay. Go crazy. All right. Number 1 pick. Who you got?
Don't rush me.
I'm rushing you.
Don't you sit here and try to rush me.
I'm doing it. Who you got, man? You got a lot of options. There's no Derrick Henry. You ain't thought about this?
I don't want to risk. No.
Do it.
I'll risk the snap count. Give me Christian McCaffrey.
Do it. I wanted you to do it. I wanted you to do it. That's fine. My number 1 overall pick. I'm keeping it in the running back category. I'm going with a guy who we talked about could have a big week. I'm going Mr. Saquon Barkley.
See, that's who I was bouncing between.
Should have took Barkley.
All right. That's all right. It's all right. I'll take another running back. Give me Joe Mixon.
I don't know why you just did that. You really didn't have to do that.
I did.
You knew that's where I was going.
No, I didn't.
That's fine. I'm going to match your Joe Mixon with a Bijan Robinson.
Okay.
Big game going up against a depleted run defense in New Orleans.
Understandable.
What you got? You're back up on the clock, baby.
Match your Bijan.
Want to take another running back?
With a Justin Jefferson.
Okay. Jay Jettas, eh? Okay. I'm going to take my 3rd running back and fill out my flex spot. I'm going to go same game as I just took from the last one. I'm going to go Mr. Alvin Kamara.
Ooh, okay.
My dog. Okay.
I'm going to get somebody, maybe early, but somebody that's probably going to have 45 catches this week. Give me Travis Kelce. Found my tight end spot.
Okay. Interesting.
This is a week where first pick is always valuable, but I let things play out and take my tight end same spot first. See where you go with things.
I don't know where I want to go with this.
Exactly. It's one of those weeks.
Let's just... I wasn't ready for this. Was not ready for this. You know what? I'm going to play mind games with you, and I'm going to take my tight end. And I'm going to go with a little bit of a pick we've never had here on Fantasy. This one's been balling. I'm going to go Mr. K. Dot.
Hey, okay.
Ben Baker's only target, his favorite target since the loss.
I've made money on him.
Yeah, K. Dot has been kind of balling.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take my second wide receiver. Give me Drake London.
Okay. I'm hearing you. Now, receiver, I don't know. I don't feel safe anywhere this week.
Exactly. You don't know if Nico's going to play.
I really want to take Nico. But if you don't play, man.
Then you're just straight to zero. That's a big risk.
I'm going to take... But I don't know where else to go. I'm going to take Mr. Malik Neighbors. He's been a good fantasy guy this year. He's put up numbers. He's Daniel Jones' favorite target. I'm rocking with him. All right.
I have to, right?
Let's find out.
It's a Sunday night game. It's going to be great. Give me C.J. Stroud at quarterback.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do it. I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to take my chances. Probably going to live to regret it. I'm going to take my second receiver. I'm going to go C.D. Lamb. Talked about him kind of having that Deebo Samuel role this week.
Exactly.
I think he gets a lot of touches regardless of how they make it happen. So we'll see. All right. You're back.
I'll go ahead and fill in my flex with Mr. Kyron Williams.
Okay. You don't have to do all that. Oh, I like my Kyron. All right. I think I'm going to take my quarterback. There seems to be a weekly trend over here, but especially this week going up against the Colts, I'm going to take Josh Allen.
Yep.
Got to get my QB.
Weird.
Too bad I can't take Derrick Henry.
Facts.
I might get a little crazy.
I think I'm going to take my chances with my super flex. Go somebody that's kind of been overlooked the last couple of weeks, especially. I'm going Breece Hall.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Because I'm going to follow you right in suit with the running back at Superflex. I'm going to go with another guy who's been very looked over this year because of splitting carries. I'm going to go Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yes, sir.
Who's put up insane numbers.
Backfield is crazy in Detroit.
Yeah, they both get action.
All right, what team's going to get some crazy turnovers, crazy stops? Give me the Chargers defense. The Titans are bad. I'm not even going to waste too much time on that one.
Okay. All right, I like it. Chargers. I'm going to go a little different here. I think CeeDee Lamb has a big game. He has a big game. I don't think anybody else will. Cooper Rush at quarterback. Give me the Eagles defense.
Yeah.
Big in-division game.
I like that.
It'll be nice and gritty. They're going to get the action.
Cooper Rush going to have 3 picks.
1 pick 6.
Zeke going to have a fumble.
Probably. Fumble 6. Yeah. All right. We'll give a quick rundown back on these teams. Nice little matchup we have this week.
I like it. These teams look great.
I agree. All right, I'll start with mine, then we'll let you fire off. My team is as follows: Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, Bijan Robinson, Malik Neighbors, CeeDee Lamb, Cade Otton, Alvin Kamara, Jahmyr Gibbs, and the Eagles defense.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got Mr. C.J. Stroud, the return of CMC, Joe Mixon, Justin Jefferson, Drake London, Travis Kelce, Kyron Williams, Breece Hall, and the Chargers defense.
Absolutely. For a nice little beautiful Week 10 matchup there. Super excited for that. Going to be hopefully a better slate this week than it was last week. And hope for some bets and some fantasy football. All right. I think that brings us to the close of our NFL talk for now.
Another quick update on our NBA bet. 4 minutes in the first quarter left. Benedict Mathurin has 8 points. Miles Turner has 4 rebounds. Tyrese has 2 assists, and LaMelo Ball at 1-3.
Hey, okay, so we got motion. That's what I'm seeing. Beautiful.
I already have, the Pacers are now down 3. They were just up. Still the first quarter, though. A lot of time to play.
Magic rocking the belt.
22-8.
Yeah, straight working them right now. All right, speaking of checking up on the NBA, guess what's next? The NBA.
Crazy.
And no, we're not betting. We're having a little fun.
We already got that out the way.
It's time to play our annual NBA Deal or No Deal. Now we're on our 3rd week officially. Week 1, your boy came out with a dud with Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Over Giannis Antetokounmpo, so a good matchup to start things out.
Really was.
Last week, we had some more good matchups and good games. Your boy ended with Nikola Jokic versus Chet Holmgren. 2 very amazing games played. So we've had a good start to Deal or No Deal yet this year, and we've set the bar pretty high.
Absolutely.
Now, last week, it's a good matchup.
Scary.
Once again, Jokic versus Chet. Let's talk some scores. Chet Holmgren played all 3 games, ended with scores of 69, 58, and 52. Could have been worse. Could have been better. It is what it is. Nikola Jokic played all 3 games. We talked about one of the games he had, which was one of the greatest performances that we've seen all season, like a 21-20-16 game.
Yeah.
Those 3 games, he scored 118, 120, and 144.
Ooh-wee.
For a total of 382 points on the week to Chet's total of 179 points on the week. So once again, back-to-back week winner, your boy.
Okay.
Now, let's be honest here. We kind of expected
it. Yeah.
It's Nikola Jokic, one of the more stat-padding players in all of basketball. So, you're down 2-0. But we move. You got a chance for redemption this week?
Need it.
I won, though. Now, I know you enjoy being dealer. We'll switch it up this week. I'll let you be dealer to start, and I'll play my game.
Bet.
But we got a new lineup this week. We got our 9 players. I'll give you a quick rundown on those guys. Goes as follows: Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic. Lucas Doncic.
I'm putting money on him tonight.
Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Karl Anthony Towns, Damian Lillard, and Anthony Edwards, Nikola Vucevic, Cade Cunningham, and Kyrie Irving.
Ooh.
So nice little slate this week. Some guys that have been popping off recently.
Juicy, I like it.
Cat's been playing some of the best ball we've seen from him lately, so I had to put him up in here. And we're excited. But you guys know how this works. If you're not new around here, if you are, we'll explain it to you.
We have an empty board.
With all these thumbtacks. We play normal NBA Deal or No Deal style. We put up boards on this board here behind us. But as you can see, we can't just clap our hands and make that happen. So
That'd be
we have
crazy.
to take come out of it. That would be hard. Anyways, we will have to take a short intermission. Take us just a few minutes. We'll set up the board here behind us. We'll come back. We may or may not be switched seats. We'll explain that when we get here. And we'll start playing some NBA Deal or No Deal. So please do not leave in this short intermission. It'll be just a few minutes while we get things set up. And we'll be back. So we hope you guys stay tuned. We'll see you here in just a few minutes. Thank you for watching.
we're back.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the short intermission. We had to set up this board here behind you. We are now officially ready for NBA Deal or No Deal Week 3. We gave you the rundown before. If you're not new here, you know John is in the dealer's seat. If you are new here, John's in the dealer's seat.
Exactly.
I will be playing
Self-explanatory.
the contestant. We have the 9 boards up here behind us. We'll play this in just normal NBA Deal or No Deal fashion. Take us away.
All right, Trav. I need to know what case you want to sit up here all pretty. Everybody see.
Give me case number 2. Yeah. The accessories. Case number 2. It's just flapping in the wind up there.
Speaking to you.
Looks pretty nice. I like the way.
Case number 2.
All right.
Come down to 2 and 1 other if we don't take a deal. Need some cases. Where are we starting?
Case number 9.
Case number 9. How are we going to start?
Let's find out.
SGA.
Love to see it.
Beautiful.
That's exactly what I was hoping for. That just means we're going to get Kate off here. Case number 4.
Case number 4.
Don't do me dirty.
Come on, number 4. We need a redemption. Kyrie.
Hey. I was going to say Kyrie, but I didn't want to shoot for the bottom. But we'll take it. All right, beautiful. And we'll finish it off for the first round. Case number 1.
Case number 1. Bad vibes, number 1.
Not a fan.
See if those were the right vibes. Cade Cunningham.
Hey, let's go. Way to bounce back. This seems like the trend every week. You eliminate a top guy.
Yeah, and then you come back. Yeah.
All right, there we are. 3 games this week, Baker. Keep that in mind. See what the banker has to say.
Conjunction. Hello?
Oh, he's calling.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I saw. Okay. Okay, I'll let him know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I think he had to have been pretty happy with how that just happened.
He's not very happy. A little worried.
I gave him SGA back.
Yeah, but I mean, Giannis, Luka, Ant, Dame, Cat.
It's all good.
Vooch still there.
He ain't got nothing to worry about.
It's a little scary.
Think so? We'll see. We'll see how he's feeling here in a minute.
It's not letting me pull up this stuff right now. It's not coming up on my thing anymore.
What are you trying to do?
Pull up their fantasy stuff.
What are you doing? Because you're not in a league.
Yeah, no.
You ain't in no fantasy basketball leagues? You really just expose yourself on live TV?
The one was deleted. I had one.
You just exposed yourself on live television?
I did.
Hold on. Oh my goodness. There.
Appreciate you. All right.
I'm trying to sit there and sweat my bets in the meantime, but instead,
You said you want Josh Richardson?
please be ecstatic.
Okay.
Just give me Anthony Davis. We'll call it a day. How's that sound? You don't like that idea?
I have an idea, you know.
Oh, do you? I'll see it.
Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. Lines up almost perfect.
Okay. Talk to me.
My bad.
Step on my dogs.
You had a good round.
Sure did.
There's only one way to match that.
Okay.
With somebody that can be as efficient as these top dogs and get you out of here quickly.
Okay.
DeMontis Sabonis.
Oof. Okay.
The only player not named Anthony Davis.
Okay. Interesting. No deal.
Ooh. We're going to test our luck here.
No deal. I like who I have left.
Need some more cases.
5.
You've been thinking about this one.
Sure have.
Number 5. Damian Lillard.
Okay. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. We'll live with that. Number 3.
Number 3. Case number 3 holds Ant.
Okay.
Getting down to the nitty gritty.
Okay. Yeah, something like that.
3 cases on the board, 1 that you've had all game. 1 offer remains.
Should have took Sabonis.
Let's see.
If I like this. Not how I expected things to go.
Oh, hello? Yeah, I know. Cool down a little bit, huh? Yeah. Still there. Alright, I'll let him know. You got an idea where he wants to go, though.
I bet he does. Bet he does.
I've got an idea.
Probably not going to be happy about this one.
It's not terrible. Offer number 2. You could also say number deuce. Jason Tatum.
JT, huh?
Luka and Giannis are there, but
Yeah.
maybe they won't be. Maybe they're the next 2.
No deal.
We play on.
I'll take my chances.
2 more.
Give her to 7.
Lucky number 7.
Yeah.
Lucky number 7, Nikola Vucevic.
Oh my goodness. Just what we wanted. Okay.
1 more. And then the decision's yours.
So only one of these cases contain Cat. The other 2 contain Luka and Giannis. Whoo! Okay, no way. No way that I have Cat in my case, right? There's just no way. I don't think I just sniped the top 2 players the entire board down to 6 and 8. Get rid of 6. That's got to be Cat.
Okay, 6.
It's got to be Cat, man.
Giannis.
Yikes.
Had him sitting there all game.
Yikes.
Now, one last decision to be made.
Oh, God.
And it's not
Oh, God.
deal or no deal necessarily for a player. It's deal or no deal on whether you're keeping your case or swapping out for case number 8.
I don't know. Luka or Cat? Do I do it again? 3rd week in a row. Get one of the top dogs. I'm gonna keep.
Okay.
I think I sniped Luka. I just don't think I can deal with trading him away. If I really had Luka and Giannis on the board all game, I'll live with it. It's gonna be Cat. Where's it at? What? Oh, there it is.
You imagine?
Yeah. That's tough. Dang.
How crazy is it? You mentioned just earlier how you had to add him to the board.
Yikes. I have no words. Ladies and gentlemen, I am with Carl Anthony Towns. John's up next.
I think that leaves for a really good matchup. Middle of the board, unless I end up with Luka himself.
I'm not excited.
I'm excited. One more game. One more player remains for this matchup. Got one more board to set up.
Let's get to it.
We'll be right back. Stay tuned to see who I end up with. All right, ladies and gents. Final game. Different seats. Time to figure out who I end up with in this matchup versus Trav. He got Mr. Karl Anthony Towns. Who I end up with?
Let's find out. Pick a case, any case. Which case you want?
In case 2.
You don't copy me. I went in case 2.
Weird.
Real weird.
Real crazy.
We'll put that up right here for you guys to glance at. Oh, we're struggling. Alright, we're good. Now give me 3 cases that I'll keep to myself.
Give me case 8.
Case 8. Let's see. Wow, Kyrie.
Okay.
Okay. Give me another one.
6.
Alright. 6, you say? Yeah. It's usually how this game goes.
One of our friends.
Giannis.
Which one? Yup. Yup.
Yeah. It's usually how it goes.
It's expected.
Yeah.
Can't even get upset.
Literally. Alright, give me one more.
Finish it out with 4.
Oh, you did what I did last week. A little bullseye. Alright. Okay. Could be worse. Okay. Get him out of here.
Back to the middle. All over the place with this one. Start things off. Finger got me real confused.
Yeah. Let me see it. Hello? Yeah, I don't. That's what I was thinking. He was all over the place with that one.
I said.
I kind of had an idea. I'm going to look into a few things, so. Okay, sounds good. Talk to you soon. Bye bye. He was a little confused there. Yeah, he kind of told me I could make the final decision here. He gave me a few ideas, but
Oh, great.
he don't really know where to go either. Let's see. Let's look at a few things. Interesting. Okay, let me check games. Real quick. Never find the team that I need to. Okay. We got something for you. Alright, your first offer. Someone well respected around the league. You were kind of mid that first round. So we'll give you kind of mid back.
Okay, understandable. Kevin Durant.
Now, when I say mid, I don't mean Kevin Durant's mid. I mean fantasy output wise. His numbers aren't the greatest. He's more of a scorer.
KD about to hop on here with his burner.
Yeah. Who you talking about, mid? Hard money sniper.
Yeah. KD, probably the greatest NBA player to ever grace the court for you guys' generation.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be lucky to lace up his shoes. Jesus.
It's going to hurt even more after this.
Take him over Cade. It's right there with Cat. Get us some games over Dame. I got to run at least another round, right? No deal.
All right. Let's see what the game has to give then. Give me 2 more.
7.
Okay. 7 heaven, huh?
Not today.
Stairway to 7, huh?
Not today.
Lucky number 7 usually tends to be pretty lucky, eh? Luka Doncic.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, you said you wanted a mid matchup this week.
That's
That's what you gonna get.
That's fine. Give me case 1. Get Cade out of here real quick. A little better than just that mid.
Let's hope so. Give and you take, eh?
Oh,
we
wait.
do it at least once a week, bro. One of us every week. Cade Cunningham.
Let's go.
We do it all the time, way too often. Way too often. All right. Oh, hello. Yeah, I know. It seems to be the trend of this game, huh? More mid. Yeah, I get it. I know he sniped top 3, top 2, or bottom 3, top 2. I don't know. I'll see what I can find. I think he'll play on either way, but we'll see what happens. All right, I'll talk to you. Talk to you later. Never mind. Yeah, he don't know what you do in this game.
You think I know?
He ain't never seen more of a mid game in his life. He didn't think he'd have to be in this situation. And neither do we. Oh, okay. Okay. Listen. I got you.
Remember how I mentioned that Joe Burrow had 2 really good games against the Ravens this season?
Mm-hmm.
There's been 2 instances in NFL history where a quarterback had 30 completions, 300-plus passing yards, 4 touchdowns, multiple 40-yard touchdown passes, and no more than just 1 pick. Yet still lost. Those 2 instances were Joe Burrow versus the Ravens in Week 5 and Joe Burrow versus the Ravens again last night.
That guy. All right.
Offer number 2.
You want to run it back or not? The choice is yours.
I'm going to come out of this with SGA or Ant.
Okay.
I know that much.
Okay.
I know that much. No dealios.
Okay.
I'd have
Give me 2 more.
home-cooked SpaghettiOs after I come home. I don't know. Give me 5.
5, you say?
No bullseye. Let's see who's in the bullseye. I need to be Cat real quick so we don't have the same matchup.
Should have saved the bullseye. SGA.
What a trend.
Yeah. Yikes. All right.
It means I bounce back with Cat. I've done it every time.
Let's see it.
9.
Let's hope so. For the game's sake.
Yeah. What a decision this one comes down to.
There's just no way. There's just no physical way that this game has had this even of a trend. It's Cat. There's just no way. How does that even happen like that?
My first was Kyrie, Giannis,
You literally dead center.
Vooch, Luka,
SGA,
Cade,
or yeah,
then SGA,
and then
Cat.
Good Lord. Now let's hope it don't continue and you eliminate Ian. But actually, as I spoke too soon, there will be no more elimination.
Exactly. I can't.
It's a 50-50 shot.
Don't hand me that one.
That's yours? Or yeah.
Hand me that one.
This was mine. That was yours. My bad.
I already got my decision.
Oh, you want to keep?
I'm sticking.
All right. You say so.
Number 2. All right. I've traded every week. I should have traded this time. Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
To match up with Cat.
And I had Ant in mind. Unfortunately. But you said you wanted mid. We got it.
We're going to have a decently even matchup.
Cat versus Dame.
No worry about a straight up Luka and Cat.
This should be cool. 2 guys
Exactly.
that can pop off, that may not pop off. You know, you never know. They
Got the cast around them.
other guys like Brunson and Giannis. So we'll see what happens. It'll be a cool little matchup. Both guys have been playing good ball so far this season.
Somebody can pop off for it.
Yeah.
Cat come out 30,
Facts.
12 rebounds.
Much better matchup than we had last week. But nonetheless, it was a fun little deal or no deal game. You didn't see the perfect games that you have the last few weeks, but we still made it happen.
Something a little more interesting this time.
Yeah, absolutely. But unfortunately, with that being said,
Deal or No Deal is our official last segment here on the Travis and Jon Show.
absolutely.
So to close things out for tonight, obviously it's been a great time per usual. Got some bets in to make some money. Been a great Friday night talking sports. Now time for a great weekend. Thank you guys for tuning in for any part. Thank you if you're listening to Spotify, watching on YouTube later on.
Absolutely. But be sure to go check out the link tree in our bio. Go give us a follow on anything that you have accounts on. We appreciate all the love and support. Quick shout out once again to our Winnable. Go give that a follow if you haven't yet. That's WINIBLE.com/Travis Jon Show. We got free daily picks. If you enjoyed any of the picks here on the show with more in-depth breakdowns, we also offer a $10 monthly subscription where we give you access to behind the scenes and in the minds of Travis and Jon a little bit. So we hope you guys enjoyed. Appreciate you guys turning out this week. We're super excited to be back once again another 6 days and approximately 22 hours from now.
Absolutely. November 15th, we will be back. Friday, 6 p.m.
Absolutely. Make sure you tune into that. And in the meantime, follow us here on Facebook where we have all kinds of updates throughout the week and posts and graphics and other things you can check out. I think that's everything. That'll probably do it for us here tonight. It's been... Is this how it goes? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure you were done. It's been the Travis and Jon Show.
Live.
On Facebook Live.
And
TikTok Live. We appreciate you guys. Hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Peace out, y'all.